Zoom, YouTube, can you hear me? Is this good? Or would you prefer like this right here? This right here. This right here. I got you. It's all trial and error. We'll get this down. Trial and error. All right, now this is fine. I just don't think YouTube can hear my music. But yo, incels. We'll be out of here. All right, so beautiful. On our monthly year, we've driven down almost 1,000 pips in a week. We are extremely bearish. Huh. An echo. Like a music echo? Oh yeah, yeah. It's because you're probably hearing my phone. Me trying to listen to my phone to see what it sounds like. Damn, you had me over here about to ask ChatGPT, what is this echo? So our monthly is heavily bearish. Heavily bearish. Our weekly is heavily bearish. But we've paused right here at this weekly level of interest. Would you look at that? That is very interesting. Very interesting, bro. So this week we're 3 days in and we just death dropped and we kind of stopped right here at this level. We do have some wicks. So this was this weekly buy that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. I have a screenshot of this right here. I have a screenshot of the weekly celery play. I was I was looking at the weekly flip right here. I'm gonna take a buy here, but I wasn't sure how far we'd pull back, and we pulled up 240 pips. So I wouldn't have been able to have a trade there. I would have had to have like a fucking 650 pip stop loss to feel safe on this trade to fucking catch the 1,000 pip drive. I wanted to take a weekly celery play as the flip bullish here. But Jonathan, what up, dude? Um, yeah, I wanted to take the celery play here. I wanted to take the buy stop on this weekly flip here, and then and ride the push up. But I wasn't gonna be able to have enough margin on my live account to hold that trade, and we pulled back 250 pips, so that wouldn't have I wouldn't have had enough margin to even on the lowest lot size on futures. My overnight margin would have needed to be like 10K, which is fucking insane, just to be able to swing that point 0.5 that I wanted to swing. So I would have been in drawdown like 500 bucks, but it would have made what's a thousand pips on a 0.5? The target was right here. So that wouldn't have been 1,000 pips. It would have been 300 pips on a 0.5 would have been 1,500 bucks. So I would have been in drawdown 500 bucks for $1,500 profit. But in order to make $1,500 on futures, I need to have like fucking 10K on the account, even though that's a weekly swing. You know what I mean? That's tough. That's tough, 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 tough. But I think it's worth it to have your money in a regulated broker that's safe. So our daily today was literally the reason why we drove down our entire monthly range. Our daily today is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days worth of volume in just today. Usually when I see some crazy volume like that, I'm expecting some sort of pullback. And price paused right here at this level. This level looks to be very, very important. So I'm going to refine this level and use that support and this resistance to mark up my level here. This is a very key level for me right now. If I go down to the 4 hour, what does it look like? Let's start marking up some levels here. I like to mark up levels that coincide with the levels. Like this level right here coincides with this level right here, with this level right here. This level coincides with this wick here, with this wick here, this wick that's pushing up here. This level coincides with this here, this here, this here. And then I like to see what happens. So these are all very, very important levels. So I would say we likely need to come down a little steeper because we came down and we closed into range. Let me mark up my zone here. So the median. All right, that's the one. This is my area of interest right here. So I like to take the median of all those levels and then I give myself a little range before and after. And it looks like we tapped that to the T here. So we came down and we closed in range. This is our range here. So this is a very strong level that I would buy off of. And we already wicked it once. So we can come down, tap that level once again, creating a bottom wick for the daily before pushing up. That would be clean indeed. That would be clean indeed. So we came down into range. The 4 hour came up and grabbed liquidity from these areas here. Last time we grabbed liquidity from that area, price drove down. We retested it a few times before finally driving down here, which would be my target. So how can we get a drive down here? Looks like price taps 1, 2, 3 many times, bouncing back and forth to grab orders from this area here before it continues down. Like this wick might not be enough, especially after this large drive down. I think we need more of a retracement before a drive up. So if we kind of drive down, then we can get a bounce up on that 4 hour. How about right now? How's the mic sounding right now? Bro, Taco Bell was only it when they had the loaded potato grillers that I used to go and get them for $1 out of high school and go to the gym right after. We would spend $2 and get some loaded potato grillers. So, how about now? Does this sound good now? I just turned it up almost all the way to the max. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. So, with this 4 hour, the way that this 4 hour is looking, we're kind of consolidating right here. I would like it to kind of break out of this range and then give us a push in the other direction. That would be ideal for me. If we can come down and create like another bottom wick like that, that would be nice. But if we do come down, that would give us a pretty steep top wick on the daily. That's a 60 pip top wick if our daily flips and breaks the lows coming down to this area. So how could we get sells coming down? I mean, we're respecting these areas all the way. We're starting to flip here on the 15 minute, but we have no bottom wick here on the previous 15, so that might be an issue. But this 30 looks clean. This hourly doesn't have a top wick. If we had a top wick on this hourly, if this hourly looked like this 30 minute, and this 15 had a bottom wick, I would be taking sells right now to fill the wick down. But I'm not super interested in the no wicks right now. I mean, we are scooping on the SMA. What's the 1 minute doing? The advantage point is the wick fill here. So I don't think I can get in right now for some sells. So I think our next... Damn, this is tough here. How can I get in some sells here? Yeah, I'm thinking that I might not be able to get into some sells here. See, if this had the bottom wick that I needed, I could have taken a flip of this bearish. And then once we filled the wick here, that would have been the break-even point. Alright, so after our daily closed bearish, now our daily needs a top wick somewhere in order to grab liquidity before coming down. So that's exactly what we were talking about on the 4 hour, that our 4 hour, after breaking into this range and only tapping this area once and coming down, it looks over here that price taps it many, many times before coming down. And when we look on our daily, when we finally close now, this current daily has no top wick anywhere near anywhere of these areas. So I mean, this would be the closest top wick area right here if price were to continue down. So this would likely be the closest area that it grabs orders first, and then the next area would be right here on the daily. So we would have to reject off of here. What does it look like on the 4 hour? Yeah, we do reject off of there off the 4 hour, and we tap this area off the 4 hour. So maybe we don't even need to come up that high on the daily for coming down, because we're tapping all the levels that I'm seeing that we need to, but we tapped it on the previous daily. So price is a little tough right now. Unless we start flipping bullish here on the hourly, but we have 7 minutes for this hourly to close, so it's tough to say what's going on right now. I would like to see some more closures outside of the range. I would like to see price get out of here. I would like to see price close outside of this range here. And then once we break the daily highs that we close outside of this range, I can get some continuation trades to the upside here. But that's what we would have to do. I'm not really interested in this range right now. I would like to get out of here and then jump into this range here where we have clean traffic for 40-50 pips. There's really, I mean, a minor level right here that we have to worry about, but that would be 20 pips before any kind of pullback. You know, you have another level right here, but that's 20 pips before your break-even point if you take a buy on the break of the highs here, something like that. So this 15 that's about to close, if it closes back in range, if this 30 closes back in range, if this hourly closes with no top wick and it stays here, that's tough. It looks like we might range for tonight after all this volume today. So if that does happen, like the hourly closes like this, I would be looking for an hourly to come up, create a top wick, and then continue down. That would be a nice trade, because then the 30 would be in range still. The 15 would remain in range. Everything would remain in range, and the hourly coming up to that area would just be a top wick for a continuation to the bottom of the range, and we might be able to catch something in this 42 pip range. But yeah, I would like to see like some sort of liquidity grab. I would like to see price start to break out, bro. I don't like to be in something like this. But what do we know? Every time that we consolidate like this, price, every time that we consolidate like that, price breaks out. And then when we consolidate like this again, price is going to choose a direction to break out. So ideally, we keep coming down to the downside, and we start forming something coming down here to the downside. The 1 minute SMA starts to drive like that. That would be something very, very interesting. So let's see. I like to trade what I see. So as of right now, I am bearish. We do have a nice top wick on the daily. Our hourly is flipping. Our 30 minutes flipping. Everything is flipping, but we have no top wick on the hourly. So I'm going to wait for this hourly to close, which would be 8 o'clock, and we'll see what happens here. See how this 15 closes. If this 15 closes below the range with a bottom wick, that would be nice. Beautiful. That's a nice sell there. But I am interested in coming up. But we are ranging here, so. So I'm going to give you guys a little update on my progress on my top step. First day, 29 bucks. Second day, 60 bucks. Third day, 280. Fourth day, 430. So I went on a streak here, and then I took a $1,000 loss. I hit my daily limit, and then I made $2,000. Then the next day I lost 600, and then the following day I lost 1,000. So what do you notice here? Every time that I take a loss, I don't trade until the next day. I took a loss here, I don't trade until the next day. You can see here the low water mark was 1048. That was where I quit. Here, 1,000. That's where I stopped trading. So overall, I am up $1,000 on the account still. But yeah, man. Loss. That means I stopped trading. November 6th was the last day I traded, and we are, what day is today? We're already on the 8th today. So I didn't trade all day today, and then I'm trading now during the Asian session. But we've been in this for 12 days, 11 days. and we're up 2%. A little setback, no biggie. A little light work. So I'll tell you what, now that this hourly is closing, if this hourly comes down and creates a bottom wick and taps this area and flips bullish, I would be interested in taking buys. We would have to have a nice bottom wick though. I mean, look at this perfect fucking... perfect double bottom off this area, bro. If that daily does flip bearish. Our daily flip just happened. We just had an hourly close. The hourly's coming down, created a bottom wick, tap this here. I'm in some buys here. If this daily breaks the lows, I'm out. I'm attempting a buy here to fill this range back up. If we do flip and break the daily lows, that'll be pretty steep, but that's the idea. That's 23 pips to the top of the range. YouTube, can you guys see me? Is everything good? Yeah, let me fix my OBS real quick. Yeah, no blurry background. And that is break even, chat. You guys can close if you want to. I'm not closing caca. Maybe when we hit 300, I'll close something. My break-even point was this area right here on the 1 minute time frame, because if price does decide to reverse, this is where it'll reverse. If we do break through this area, I'll probably close everything. Yep. Close, Nick. Come on. And we're about to hit TP there. So what's that? 11 pips, 12 pips? I saw 15 pips and it didn't close on time. But that's a dub for you guys. No drawdown dub. You guys can see a perfect example of how I scalp from range to range. How I go break even. And watch. That's about to hit TP. I closed 5 pips before TP. Not a big deal. Now, I'm going to go grab my vape from my car because I forgot that shit. I'll be right back. And that's a fucking perfect example. Perfect example of why I go break even, why my TP is where it's at. This thing already came down to my entry and closed out. Why I didn't close until that second push, because on the SMA on the 1 minute, we were still riding it, still coming up. And now that we've rejected it and started coming down, now we can look for maybe a continuation to the upside. Or this whole 15 hourly might flip and drive down. That might be the top wick for the hourly. You saw how earlier I was saying that this hourly needed a top wick. We don't have a top wick for this hourly if we are to come down. So how can I get in on the way up to that hourly drive? When I noticed that this hourly closed all the way down here, the first thing that it did was come down to form a bottom wick. That gave me an indication that we were grabbing orders from down here to give us a push up to this top wick area. So that's what I was targeting on the 1 minute. This top wick area for the hourly. We made a top wick for the hourly. Now if price wants to come down and break the hourly lows and start flipping bearish, it's met all the requirements that I need for it to start coming down now. So if this hourly and 30 minutes start to flip bearish here, the daily lows start to break, I would probably be in some more sells. But this 5 minute has no top wick, so it's difficult. It might not need it with the amount of momentum that we're getting. We got to see how it starts acting on the SMA here. If we start to scoop it. Because I like to get in trades, see, when we break here and we just ride the SMA all the way down, you could see that every candle closure, the SMA will follow it and you'll be able to see it. But that's a fucking dub. I got my red hat on, Republican, Donald Trump, my red watch on, with the Arabic dial. You know, we gotta represent. We worked hard. We worked hard. What's up, SL? How you doing? Huh, we paused right at this area, dude. Landslide victory. Landslide electoral votes. Landslide, bro. The internet is wild how they brainwash you, bro. They made me think they had a chance. There's votes, there was a post that Kamala Harris would post that I would see have like 1 million likes, and I'm like, who the hell? Who are these million people, dude? So what's going on here? What's going on here? We closed respecting on this 5 minute, but this 1 minute's looking like it wants to push down. What's this 15 minute doing? We're flipping bearish here. This 30 minute is also breaking the lows here. Wow, man. I think damn, I wanted to get in some sells there, but I was impulsive. I don't think I should have done that. I was thinking of getting here on the break of these lows, but that would have been impulsive. That would have been impulsive, and that's not good. Now that we've broken down below the daily lows, we just broke the daily lows. Let's start to look for some sort of pullback on this 1 minute and see if we can maybe take a continuation to the downside. We've already met all the requirements that I need, so this could be easily bearish down to our next level here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yo, everybody that's here, drop a like. Spam the W's. I just caught 15 pips on this W here. You guys can rewind and see. What's gonna happen here? I think I'm gonna take a sell stop here on the break of the daily lows again. So ideally I'm targeting, if this daily starts flipping bullish again, then we'll start to look to manage risk. But I'm just looking for a quick push because we have a lot of momentum. Our daily just broke the lows. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna be break even here, and we're closing everything full right here. And that's how you fucking do it, gang. That's how you scalp, boys and girls. That's how you scalp, boys and girls. $30 pips for the night. I don't want to say I'm done early, but let's see what's going on. Spam the dubs, chat. Spam the dubs, chat. Spam the dubs. You guys are the shit. So now that we've tapped this area here on the 5-minute, I don't want to take any more continuation sells to the downside. Why? Because if we are to flip bullish, this would be the minimum requirement needed, right? So you see how we reacted off that level? That level's tough. I don't want to be... I want to see what happens now. Because if we start to flip bearish again and then re-break the lows after bouncing off that level, then that tells me that price might just completely disregard this zone and just continue down. So that is something that's tough. But we could be bouncing up now out of here. This could be the liquidity grab needed for that reversal I was talking about off the daily time frame. Because if you look at our daily candle, we're at a very strong level right here of how do you hide man, you just delete them all and then undo it. So this is the minimum requirement right here for us to drive up, this level right here, for us to respect and pull back. I don't like this as the pullback. You see what I'm saying? That's a tiny little wick. See, if we start to re-break the daily lows here again, what is the 5-minute doing? What's the 15-minute doing? We have a 15-minute that just closed, the daily re-break of the lows. I could attempt another sell here, but my stop loss is larger on this one. My stop loss would be the daily flip at 40 pips. But we just respected this here. So yeah, I wouldn't take any sell stops on the break of the lows here. I don't like it. But see, all my trades are understanding where liquidity needs to be grabbed. So that it could be a good trade. I'm not saying don't take it, but I wouldn't. I'm not taking it right now. I would like to wait probably for the 9 o'clock closure to see what happens. But see, these are all liquidity grab concepts. We understand that. What do you notice here? What do you notice here on the hourly time frame? I'm about to give you guys a little candle breakdown. You notice that 99.999% of the candles have tops and bottom wicks. 99% of the time they have a top or a bottom wick. And when they don't, when a candle doesn't have a top or a bottom wick, no top wick, the next candle comes up and makes a top wick for it. no bottom wick. Eventually price came down and grabbed orders for it, or it comes close enough to grab orders for it. So that same concept applies everywhere. So that same concept applied right here. I knew this candle closed with no top wick. What does that mean? That we either need to make a top wick for it on the current candle, or we're gonna make a top wick for it on the next candle, most likely. So how can I anticipate that drive up? Where can I catch that drive up? And that's when I started looking at the hourly closures, the hourly flips, the 5-minute candles, where the 5-minute was pushing off of, how it closed, how we were able to catch the volume candle right here, literally perfectly in the volume candle, literally perfectly in the volume candle. So that's how you want to, that's where you want to be in when you want to scalp. You want to scalp and be in the volume candle. You don't want to be, lollygagging in a trade and not catch anything. You want to be in that volume candle. You see how all these candles right here are consolidating, and then right when we entered, it drove? That's what you want to be in. That's a 30 pip 5-minute candle. This is a 60 pip 5-minute candle. So those are the candles that you really want to be in. Look at this 1-minute candle that we were in. We were in this trade for less than, I don't know, 30 seconds, and we caught 30 pips on it. So that rebreak of the daily lows was not bad. See, it's the same concept that I took here. When we're pushing down, right? The 1-minute pulled back, formed a support. We respected that resistance now, creating it as a resistance, and I took a sell stop on the break of the lows. We could have taken that same exact concept right here, right? But we're very close to the level that I had drawn here, so I wasn't interested in taking more sells there. I would really like for the market to set up for some buys now. So now everything is a new analysis, because the analysis that I did earlier was for this portion right here. Now that we've broken out of this level, and this is another minor area right here. So we want to be careful of this area. That's why I didn't want to take more sells, because we're already very, very close to this area here. Very close. So price drove off of this area, came back, retested it, and drove. So this might be the bottom wick for the daily here. Before the continuation to the upside. So let's see how we start closing here on the higher time frame. This 15-minute drove down with no top wick. We're starting to drive down. It's 8:20. What's this 30-minute looking like? This 30-minute is still clean. Let's see what's in this box. Look at that drive, gang. If you guys held runners for that, I'm proud of you. If you guys held runners for that, I'm proud of you. From our entry down, that's 150 pips in 15 minutes, gang. Come on, bro. Look at that beauty. When price actions, listen, bro. All these internet gurus telling you not to trade during elections, they can suck my nuts. Sukya la mink. This could be the reversal, so you want to be careful, but you also don't want to enter right off of this formation here, because we're still under the 1-minute SMA. It still looks like we're riding it down. We could still literally be death dropping, but no bottom wick closure. Came down, grabbed the bottom wick entry below all this range. If this flips bullish, breaking the highs, we could have some buy stops here to come up, which could be very, very interesting. But this 1 minute has no bottom wick, and if this comes up and breaks the highs, this is the same thing that happened right here. You see how we had this level right here? Price came down, drove up, retapped that level, and that's when it came down. If we come up, retap this level, we have to be very, very careful, because that's the decision level. That could be the retest of this resistance before driving down, or it could be the flip of the 5-minute for a continuation to the upside. So that's something we have to be very careful of with this level right here. So I've been burned many times just looking at the 5-minute and then not realizing that we still haven't scooped in the 5 minute. The SMA is still far. So if we come up, you know, tap this area and then start rejecting and coming back down, doing the same thing that we did here, that's a pretty good indication that we're still bearish and we're going to continue bearish. Damn, it tapped you out, bro. So I'm over risking right now. So that's why I've been closing early on my positions and telling you guys to just continue holding for as long as you want. But see, look, my strategy, I need to close at my 20 to 30 pip mark. Why? Because when I closed at my 30 pips here, price reversed. If I would have kept holding here, I would have taken a loss. If I would have kept holding here, I would have made a shit ton of more money, but huh. This is such a strong level of support though. I don't want to take more sells. Let's wait for this 30-minute to close. I can wait. Let's wait for this 30-minute to close and see what happens. Arrows on the screen to prove I took these trades. You guys can go back and see. 541 for the night. Let's see. We are starting to pull back here. We are starting to pull back here. We have 5 more minutes for this 30 to close. See if this 30-minute gives us a closure. We've respected this range. A 30-minute closure respecting this range. A bottom wick tapping the bottom of this range and a flip bullish. The same thing that we saw on this hourly candle here. Then I would attempt some buys here. It looks like we might drive without, or this could be the top wick for this 5-minute. That's tough. It looks like it might drive without us, but we're starting to scoop on the, we're starting to flip on the SMA on the 1 minute, so it's no longer trending down. Unless this candle closes back below, then that would be a fake out on that SMA. But if this candle remains above and we start to remain closing above, then yeah, it's gonna be tough. What's this 5 doing? Damn, this looks so clean to flip bearish, but I wanted to wait for this 30-minute closure. I'm gonna wait for this 30 closure. I'll be right back. Damn, I really want to take sells here on the break of this 5-minute low. I would be in if it wasn't for this 30-minute about to close. I wanted to take a sell stop here to retest these lows before coming down with my stop loss at the break of the highs here. So let's see what this 30-minute does. If this 30-minute comes up for a top wick first, then I'll take a continuation sell. What up, Bougie? A new gym crush, bro? My gym crush is my girlfriend. 10 times better than all the ones in the gym. They go to the gym, they have some sort of discipline. Some sort of discipline. Well, what you missed earlier today was 15 pips or 25 pips here and 30 pips here. So this 30-minute is closing in 20 seconds. And we're starting to form higher lows here and drive up, which is good if we want some buys. That is 100% a Spartan Race t-shirt, brother. I'm a finisher. I have two. I have the OG shirt. Yeah, I took those on stream. Rewind like 20 minutes. This is the sprint. I did the first one when they were giving out like the cloth crappy shirts, and then I did the one a couple years after when they started giving out the good quality shirts. This shirt's from 2017, so it's been like 5-6 years that I've had, no, 8 years now that I've had this shirt. So this 30-minute just closed. This 30-minute closed and it came down from the bottom wick first. Where is this bottom wick gonna be? We're starting to... we're far away from the SMA here. Is this gonna be some buys here? Let's see. Is this a fake out? Are we getting faked out here? It's tough now, I'm not so sure. So for continuation for the sells, it's tough because now we're over the 10 SMA and we're not trending underneath it anymore. So to take continuation sells like that, especially at this level, I'm not so sure. Now we're flipping on this 30-minute bullish. Well, how big is this bottom like? 20 pips. I think that I'm going to lower my lot size to a 1. And see. I would like to see how many stops, how many pips are these stops here? 100 fucking pips. Jesus. So if this 30-minute does break bullish, this is what I would like to see. Right? I would like to see this 30-minute break bullish come up like this and then retest and start driving up. So the same thing that started happening here, how the candle flipped and then we just started forming lower lows and lower highs on the way down. That's the same thing that I want to see here when this 30-minute flips, if it does flip, to confirm that we're coming down. I don't want to take the 30-minute flip bullish, right? I want to take the continuation to the upside. You can take a trade down here because, I mean, your stop loss is huge. but I'd rather take a continuation to the upside if we start to retrace this move that we just came down here. That would be more ideal for me. This 30-minute coming down with no bottom, with no top wick, I don't want to be in sells. 15 no top wick, and this 5-minute forms some support, so we would have to start closing below and coming back to retest these. So we would have to see literally this to confirm that we're going up, or we would have to see this to confirm that we're coming down. So literally we're at an indecision level, and we could take either buys or sells here. So I will either be looking for something like this or something like this, and it would have to be on the higher time frame. We would need to come up, form some sort of top wick for this 30-minute, and then flip bearish and start coming back down. So if we do this, where we create that top wick for the 30 and then come down, that's beautiful. Or if we come up, flip on that 30-minute, come back down and retest the zone anywhere here, and then a reflip and break of the high. That's what I would be interested in. So this could be another move like this, but this just way too many candles for me to believe that. See how it happened right here in 3 candles, it happened right here in 4 candles. This is way too many candles for me to believe that this could be a continuation to the downside. I would have to see it literally come down, retest this level, come up, and then break the lows once again, and my entry would be at the re-break of this area here, which would likely lead us into the 9 o'clock closure. Unless we just start driving down now. But that's the candle structure that I would like to see. So we just close with no bottom wick. I'm not interested. I mean, it looks clean for some buys here, especially with the way that that we trade this. How many pip stops here? 33 pip stops. So we already made that top wick and we didn't drive up.
What up, bro?
How are you, bro? How you doing?
That's good. That's good.
Oh.
Guess gold been beating us today.
Yes, sir. I took 2 dubs on stream already. I've caught like 50 pips.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's absolutely insane.
No, sorry. I took a 2 lot on both trades. 541 would be 25 pips.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had I just took a W. I think it was a 5-minute top plate. Closed around like 15. Earlier this morning, I had around like 90 pips. Yeah.
So, if we start to break up above this, I might be taking some buys. This 30-minute still's got no top wick. Yeah, I'm gonna have a buy stop here. And I just got activated as I said that. The daily lows would be my stop loss. I'm only looking for 15 pips there for that 30-minute top wick. Or, nope, how many pips is that? 27 pips, wow. And that's a closure. 10 pips, beautiful. That was a tough to call, especially for you guys on stream that are on a second delay. And for the night, I am at 800 bucks. So that would be 40 pips for the night. So you guys saw, look, this is why you don't revenge trade. You Look, Daniel, this is. I'm gonna show you a beautiful example, bro. Check this out. Come on. There we go. Right here. So when I take a loss, I stop trading. I didn't trade this anymore. So one day minus 29, the next day 60 bucks, break even. The next day 280, 430, 419, 318, and then I lost $1,000 the next day. My low water or my high water mark was 75. I won one small trade and then I lost the next one. So immediately I'm done. I stopped trading for the day. The next day I made 2,000 bucks. Or look, November 1st, I took 3 days off. That was the weekend. I didn't trade Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday came. And on Sunday to Monday, I made 2,000 bucks on that day. Beautiful day. The next day, I lost 600. I stopped trading from November 5th to the 6th. On the 6th, I lost 1,000. So I stopped trading. I lost one big loss. I stopped trading. I'm done. Now, I didn't trade yesterday. Today, or sorry, I didn't trade all day today. I come tonight. I caught this trade here, and then this trade here. And that is officially me being done for the night. I am not going to catch any more trades tonight. That's 3 for 3. That's 40 pips. No drawdown at all. That's what you call a fucking banger.
So me, how I've been doing it lately is like every time I take a loss, like
close your phone, bro.
I would just step back for like a minute or two. See, I would review it right away and see like if I did anything wrong or I made an error. And like just reviewing like if I'm taking any more trades for the day, it has to be clear as day for me to take anything. If anything doesn't show, then I'll call it after that.
Yeah, I'm see the way what I've learned from looking at all my data is that when I take a loss, my mind takes forever to go back to normal and I can't go back to normal right away. So I just stopped, bro. Literally the first thing the other day in the morning when I lost that 1,000 bucks, I was in drawdown and I was like, or when I lost the 600, I was like, all right, if this hits stop loss at 8:20 in the morning, which it did, I'm done for the day. And I'm coming back Asian. And it hit at 8:20 in the morning, and I'm like, all right, bet. I close my charts. I have a timer that'll time me out of my apps if I'm on them for too long. So I let the one on the trading view hit. So every time that I would click on trading view, it would say you've timed out. So that I would be like, oh yeah, that's right, don't look at it. And I would scroll away. And I would just stop trading for the day. Asian session during the elections. This is the buy that I took. Stupid ass trade. Stupid fucking trade too, bro. I shouldn't have taken this trade. I should not have taken this trade. Where was last night? I was right here. So I was in the mentality of sell. Everybody sell. Trump is going to cause the market to dump. Sell. And you never want to listen to everybody right away, bro. You just want to let the markets do the talking. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just short and hold and see what happens. I'm so close to passing the evaluation. What's the worst that could happen? So, on this candle right here, I took a short and this fucking shit just flew up. So everybody on the internet was saying short and the price drove the other way. So what does that tell you? Don't listen to the internet. Don't listen to other people's analysis. Do your own analysis and do your own shit. This looks like it wants to continue down, but I'm done. I caught the reversal for the top wick here. I caught the reversal for the top wick here and the continuation here. Yeah, bro. I've decided that one loss, it's done. I'm done for the day. I cannot continue. And I'm not going to continue. I'm done. It's over. Well, yeah, when the elections were going, that we're getting news of Trump winning, gold started dumping, right? We started getting this dump here. And then we started getting these retracements here, and then it retraced. How many pips is this? 270 pips overnight, and then kept dumping, which makes sense because everybody was dumping their dollars into gold because the U.S. economy was a piece of shit. The people running it were dumbasses, and everybody was like, "Why would I keep my money in stocks and bonds and securities when they're fucking dumping and they're trash and they're backed by bullshit?" So they're like, "Let me just go back to gold." And everybody that got money was like, "All right, I'll just buy more gold and buy more gold and buy more gold." And then now that Trump is in office, they're like, "Oh, the securities are trash right now. Maybe if I can get a good deal maybe if I can get a good deal, I can put my money back in the dollar. Maybe I can transition my money out of gold back into the stock market or something." You know what I mean? That's exactly what you see happening. You see the transfer of money from one asset class to the next. And I'm not 100% sure how that shit works, bro. But all I know is you see the you see the drive up on the indices, and then you see the drive down on gold. Indices, gold. Indices, gold. You see the money flow. Money flowing from one to the next. Now, where's gold gonna stop? Gold, in my opinion, it's likely gonna continue dumping. Gold is likely gonna want to find an equilibrium, and where is the closest equilibrium? I mean, in my opinion, back to the 1800s to 2300s. Like, unless gold starts to form this new range here. You see what I'm saying? This would make the most sense. When gold did that first drive, it came back to that very first retracement level. So once this big drive happens, gold might come back to this very first retracement level here after the push. So this might be our range here actually from 23 to 27, or this is on GC, not on XAU. 94 to 27, yeah. Wild, huh, gang? If we had a bottom wick here on the opening of this 15-minute candle, I would have taken another buy here. On this flip of this 30, it looks like it wants to drive, but we have no bottom wick here on this 15, so be very, very careful. This could be no bottom wick here. This could be the liquidity grab for a continuation down, so be very careful. If we do start flipping bearish here, that might not be some bad sells. Do any of you guys sports bet? My boy's been sending me plays, and I'm like trying to understand it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, one of my boys has a sports betting Discord, and he sends me his plays for free. And I'm like, what the fuck is over 19.5, over 14.5, over 2.5? They're like points. I'm like, oh. But then they're like, oh, but you have to make sure it says rebounds, assists, and then there's teams to win. And I'm like, bro, this is a headache, dog. This is harder than trading. Just send me the plays, I'll copy them. Yeah, that's what I noticed. It took me a little while to understand it, and then when he sends me the picks, I gotta sit there and type them in. So far, we've hit 3 out of 5. Not bad. Hey, just so you guys know, this is my first time trading live in front of people. All my other streams, I'm only breaking stuff down because it's out of my trading hours, and because of the time change that the market moved back an hour and we're getting volume earlier, I've been able to trade my session at 6 o'clock. I got a trade in yesterday, and today I'm doing Wednesday night agent sessions now. But yeah, this was my very first time trading live in front of you guys. I call out a lot of trades in the Discord and things like that. But it's not nearly as accurate as this. Storm player, my dog. Yeah, we're starting to form support here, but you see this level here? This level here is strong. It's very, very strong. You see how earlier I went down from the monthly to the weekly to the daily just to identify this zone, and what did price do? Price came right down to this zone, and we started consolidating right here. So taking your monthly, your weekly, your daily, your hourly, your 30, and going all the way down to find the most recent average level, bro. Finding these key levels and watching price and what it does at these key levels. So I did all that analysis just to find this key level, and then I waited. Price came down, started rejecting this level, giving me an indication that, all right, this first rejection here gave me an indication that price is starting to slow down, right? Once we closed into this range and we started forming some support here, higher lows, lower highs, respecting this area here, forming structure on our way back up, I said, okay, bet. This area is important. So since we have a shit ton of volume, I started taking the 1 minute into account, and then I took these 1 minute levels into account, and I said, okay, cool. We have like a little order block right here, this little level. If price starts to react off of this level, that's a good indication. We're starting to form some resistance here. So we form support. Now we're forming resistance at a previous level where price kind of slowed down at. So now we have multiple confirmations that we're forming resistance. So then price came down and rejected this newly formed support. So now we form support. We formed a valid resistance. We came down and we retested the support on the 30-minute closure with no bottom wick. The candle came down with no top wick first, grabbing orders from this area. On the flip of the candle, that's when I took my entry, which is the bounce off of this 1 minute new support that we created at this level of interest on the 4 hour. So it's a 4 hour level of interest, but it's a 1 minute 1 minute structure that I'm looking at to take my buys or my sells off that. Yeah, exactly. And if the higher time frame is still bearish, right? The higher time frame is still bearish, but the way that this 30 closed, with no top wick, right? If you look down on this 15 minute, that's a good 15-minute sell here, gang. Damn. But if you start to look at the way that this 5 minute closed after rejecting this resistance, we closed with no bottom wick. We close with no bottom wick. It indicates there's no more momentum for a continuation to the downside, right? So if there's no more momentum for a continuation to the downside and the next candle comes down with a bottom wick first, without a top wick, what do we know about bottom wicks and top wicks? We know that we need a top wick for that candle. So if it comes down with no top wick and we have no bottom wick on this candle, and you look down at the 1 minute, where did it tap? It tapped at the most recent level of support on the 1 minute, bounced off that level and flipped bullish. That's that 5 minute flip right here, right? We have no bottom wick. The 5 minute came down, grabbed orders. Where are we grabbing orders at? You look at the 1 minute and you have this little support here. We grabbed orders from this support and we flipped bullish, and that's where my buy stop was, on the flip of this 5 minute opening. So once this 5 minute flipped, my sell stops were on the daily, or my stop losses on the break of the daily low, giving me a little bit of opportunity to kind of get out of the trade if it starts to go against me, maybe add up a second position. Some people would have a stop loss here at the break of this 5 minute low. That's all based on your own experience. But knowing that we needed a top wick for that 30 minute, knowing that that's how 90% of the candles are created, with tops and bottom wicks, if we do start to bounce off this level of interest right here, it's most likely going to be to create a top wick. So where's my target? That 30 minute top wick. So the 30 minute top wick is this range right here. And what happened? I took a buy. We got right up to that range. I closed my trade. We're starting to tap that 30 minute no top wick zone. We haven't really created a top wick for that 30 minute, and then price rejected back down. So I trade from level of interest to level of interest, understanding that if there's no top wicks in certain areas, price is likely going to try to make a top wick for that candle. So if you know that we need a 30 minute top wick, where can we bounce off of to get that 30 minute top wick? You know we're going to come back up to get that 30 minute top wick. So, well, you don't really know, but there's a high probability of price that coming up to that 30 minute top wick. So where can you get your buys off of? This is a very solid entry type that we take, that we noticed it in our Discord, on the Wix9 Discord. So when a candle closes with no bottom wick, it tells us there's no more range for it to continue. Normally, when price drives, there's structure to it, right? Price makes a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. If there's no bottom wick, that's price failing to make a lower low and it just stopped, or failing to make that lower high, right? So price makes that lower low, that lower high, and then this is the bottom wick, right? When we have no bottom wick, that means price never pulled back to give us that lower high. Without that lower high, there's no break and retest going on. There's no structure anymore. So without that lower high going on, price is likely not going to continue coming down. And if the next candle comes down and creates a bottom wick first, on the flip of the candle, you would take your buy stop to come up. I got to get the zoom annotations on screen. I don't know how to use them. I forget. But see, this tells you that there's no more momentum for a continuation. And if this price is coming down to create a bottom wick, you're going to tell yourself, all right, if we are going to come down, if that is the bottom wick for a continuation to the upside, where would it need to bounce off of? It would need to bounce off the most recent support. So you would circle that most recent support, price tapped it, and you would set a buy stop. You wouldn't market execute, you would set a buy stop because the candle needs to flip. If the candle doesn't flip, it's not valid. It's only valid on the flip. So what just happened with that? We have an hourly closure here, and we're just bouncing back and forth in this range. This 30 minutes going to close doji. This 15 minute has no bottom wick. This 5 minutes about to flip bearish with 2 minutes into the candle. This could be the start of the continuation down. Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm breathing so good. I've been using these breathe right strips that open up my nose. Look at this guy saying Tyler the Creator on top. I commented saying Tyler the Creator's ass on a video, and then the guy got mad and he pinned me. So now there's like 50 comments of people talking shit. So now they're coming over here To say some shit. That's hilarious. Hey, bro. I'm gonna pin you. Damn, that flip bearish is also nice for a little range trade. Right now, I'm yapping about making money, brother. Right now, we're yapping about making money trading. I can't play no Tyler the Creator right now. I'll get copywritten, so I gotta have some sus music. Tyler the Creator is a G, bro. The nose strips are worth it for a few hours. After a few hours, the glue starts to come apart, and then you wake up and that shit's somewhere on your bed or like stuck on your arm hair or some shit. Um, but it definitely is worth it. So get them from Walmart. Get the cheap ones from Walmart and try them out. The cheap ones from Walmart do have the same effect as the expensive ones, but not for as long. The expensive ones, like the magnetic ones, the glue on that is much stronger. Uh, so it stays on your nose for longer. You can sweat and everything. This one, if you don't clean your nose and you sweat a little bit, like I've had it on for about an hour now, and it's already I can feel it that it's not as strong as before, because I didn't like wash my face or anything. I just put it on immediately. But what you would do is you would take a video of your nose and you would breathe in and see what it looks like, and then you would put it on and do the same, inhaling hard, and you'll see the difference in your nose. You'll see how your nostrils stay open. Sometimes if you breathe in too hard, your nostrils will like get closed, and then your airwaves or air pathways or whatever are smaller. So in pip terms, instead of your nostrils being 10 pips, they shrink down to 5 pips. So you want them to stay 10 pips wide when you're breathing. It does take something to get used to, because you're going to be like breathing in pollens and stuff. You might get a stuffy nose the first couple nights. It takes a little bit to get used to. Damn it, still no bottom wick here. If we create a top wick for this, where could that top wick be? A flip bearish might not be bad. My dog keeps barking. I'll keep barking. Look at that fucking drive. Did that ever come back to my entry? That did come back to my entry. What was my entry? Market execute. Buy order at 26.64. Yeah, that would have stopped me out if I would have kept holding. But now that we've broken out of this range here, this is good. We might be able to get a continuation to the upside now. What is it, 9 o'clock now? That's beautiful. Market mechanic is should be on his way home, and that way if he does get home, we'll be able to slide over to his stream and check it out. So we did get, look at this drive. Don't be scared though. We're not missing anything out. We just caught 45 pips tonight. I might be a little bit feeling FOMO watching this drive without me, but we're not pussies out here. I lost $1,000 in a day, and in a session within an hour, I made $750 back. So we don't fucking play around, gang. You risk it for the biscuit, or you ain't eating no biscuits, bro. There's no top wick. There's no bottom wick is a problem. 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 4 hour open, no bottom wick. That is a problem. Major problem. So, the fact that nothing has a bottom wick tells me I'm not trying to buy. We could come up and retrace this whole move, but that could also be the break and retest. Breaking this level here, retesting it to come down. Could be just your normal break and retest before coming down. We do have some volume here. We do have a lot of room, but in order for me to catch anything from here continuing up, I would need that bottom wick. Just like we had that wick here before coming down, we broke these highs, we wicked off these highs. I want that same thing happening here. Well, have you guys caught anything today? Oop. Get a little Instagram video. Yo, spam some W's, chat. My peeps, spam some W's for me. I appreciate you guys. You guys are my favorite people. You guys are my favorite people. How's your guys' night? Did any of you guys take any of these trades? I know that Nate got stopped out on these sells. You probably had the entry here. Maybe you got wicked out here before that continuation. That hourly no bottom wick is an issue. To take a continuation trade, I will. That's hard, man. That's hard. There's nothing for me to take here. I mean, these buy stops don't look bad, but they're not the break of the daily lows. They're not the flip of the daily candles. They're not. It's just a normal break of a high. I'm not interested. See, when I took the continuation sell here, we were re-breaking the daily lows. When I took the buys here, we were attempting to re-break the daily highs on our way back up. So it was headed towards a high volume event. The flip of the daily is a high volume event. The break of the daily high, the break of the daily low. So because there's really nothing going on here, I'm not interested in taking buys. Maybe sells if we start coming back down. I would prefer taking sells. You had an Ethereum sell. Ethereum. ET. ETH. Let's see. You had an Ethereum sell. What'd you sell off these all-time highs here? No, that's the 1 minute. You had a sell somewhere here? Holy shit. You sniped that shit. You must have sniped that sell, homie. Look at that. That's wild. Beautiful. Now that we're re-breaking the highs here, honestly, where's the Ethereum previous highs? Honestly, dude, I would just buy Ethereum right now and just hold it. We're coming up to 3,000 again. Honestly, that looks clean to just buy and hold, especially with this low that we just formed here. The support, this 15 is about to close above in 2 minutes, which would be a closure above this 30-minute resistance. Where our I mean, on the re-break of the highs, I would be in there. That looks so clean to just swing it to the highs. Buy some Ethereum right now, whatever price it is, and just hold. Oh, look, gold attempted to retrace here. See if we can get gold to drive down. Can you guys see these annotations on Zoom? On the oh yeah, you can. I'm gonna go walk my dog real quick. Again, this guy keeps begging me, bro. Nobody came on Zoom today. Or no, how many people did come on Zoom today? Maybe I'm tripping. 4 people came on Zoom today. Nice. Just waiting for... Bro, my dog, if I didn't walk him, he would start yapping right now. Like, he would literally start yapping. Where the hell is that other line? So we just had 2 back-to-back massive 5-minute bearish candles like this. This could be just it trying to break to the upside, but that that sell stop was not bad. Now that we broke below this, we're starting to close below here. That could be that top wick for the hourly. Our 30 minutes about to close. What did this 15-minute do? This 15-minute close with no bottom wick. This might be moving too fast, but this might be the where we reverse and start coming down, gang. This might be it. What's the difference in spreads, like gold versus crypto? So right now, my gold spreads, if you want to see, no. So that's not where spreads are, dumbass. Fucking moron. Spreads are right here. Right now, my spreads are 0.2, 2 pips. 2 pips of spread. And on Bitcoin, let's go to BTC 1. Bitcoin futures, my spreads is 40, 50, which would probably be 5 pips. So 2 pip spreads on futures on gold and 5 pip spreads on crypto. But crypto's not very volatile right now like gold is. So gold at its max volatility, it's like 2 pips, 3 pip spreads on futures, and on gold and Bitcoin right now during this market hours where it's not even doing anything, it's at 5 pips. So likely on futures at least. So likely when see that's choppy movement. So likely when we get movement like this where it's not choppy anymore, I'm not sure if the spreads are the same. Probably much higher. So we have 5 minutes left for this 30-minute closure. This 5 just closed below the range. This 5 came up to grab a top wick. We're grabbing a top wick at this area over here. This would be a clean top wick over here. We're starting to, are we scooping on the 5? No, we're scooping the other way on the 5. Hey, honestly, if you have like $1,000 account, bro, you could take a short on crypto and just hold that shit for a few weeks. You might get a nice little retracement. It's like betting for that 5% chance of winning, but if you do win, you make a shit ton of money. That's like when you do a parlay, like a $5 parlay for like $1,000. You know there's a 99% chance you're gonna lose it, but what if there's that 1% chance you hit that parlay and you make $2,000? One of my boys missed a $500 parlay off of $10 for 1 point. They benched the player before he made the final point. So a break of this low here. This is the first break. Interesting. I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute closure, because if this 30-minute closes or this 15-minute closes bullish like that, I don't know. That's doji. Might not matter. Damn, if it flips now before the closure and drives without me, it's likely gonna do that. Yeah. I don't know if I should enter here now. I might just need a small top wick on the next 5-minute candle to take some sells. Kind of want it to be in there now. Damn. Let's see how we can get in here somewhere. Let's wait for this 30-minute or this 15-minute closure. See what happens. If it gives us a bottom wick. That no bottom wick on that 15. You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Now the flip bullish might just be it. Huh. Scooping on the 5. We bounced off the 5-minute SMA. We tapped this area for the bottom wick and flipped bullish. We're starting to form the celery. Bullish, bullish, bullish. This is still bearish. Yeah. This is tough. Tough, 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 tough. Tough price action. No bottom wicks are forming, no top wicks. It's not, the volume isn't in the markets right now. I'm thinking it is, but it's not in the direction I want. See, I need a top wick here. There's nothing I can do there. I need a bottom wick here. What's that, the 30-minute? 30-minute closed, and we don't have a bottom wick here. Now that we've broke back into this range here, let's see if we can get a pullback and some sort of re-break of the low. I see you, Randy. I see you, Stoic. My dog. You came in a little late, Stoic, but I caught a dub here, a dub here, and a dub here. I was trying to catch these sells coming down on this 5-minute flip, but the 30 was too close to closing. I wanted to take a sell stop here on this 5-minute candle, but it was 2 minutes away from the 30-minute closure, so it kind of, the closure kind of me. But the good thing is now that if we come down and create a bottom wick for this and we start flipping bullish, that'd be good as fuck for some buys. Very good for some buys. I saw that, bro. I saw that dub this morning. That was a good trade. Yeah, see, I took a loss, a stupid loss right here last night, listening to Twitter people. Don't be doing that. Follow your own analysis. Because look at this. I took a loss listening to Twitter people telling me to short, and then I'm over here buying into a resistance, buying into a resistance, selling into a support. Negative RR trader here. Beautiful. Get that workout in, dog. I went to the gym Sunday and I'm still sore. That was a nice flip right there on that 1 minute. I wanted to see this form right here, and then I would have taken a continuation down. This is what I like to see for me to take sell stops and continue down like I did here. Where we pulled back, I took a sell stop for a continuation. The same thing happened here. That's what I like to see. $30 seconds for this 5-minute closure. It's a nice 5-minute. See if we can get some pullbacks. Lactic acid burn. Man, I love that burn. Not when I'm doing planks though. Look at that. I used to hate it. I used to hate feeling the burn. What are we doing here, gold? If this 1 minute candle would have kept coming down, I would have taken some sell stops on the break of the low. That's what I was anticipating. If it continued to flip bearish to fill that 5 minute wick, that's where I would have liked to take an entry. Because you could have taken a sell stop on the flip of this 5 minute candle to come down to fill this 5 minute wick, but the way the 1 minute looks like, it's not looking like that's clean enough. I got 25 more minutes. I got till 10. The next higher time frame closure is the 15 minute. So let's see what it do. Yeah, so Market Mechanic is streaming like Mondays, Tuesdays, and like a couple other days. And then there's days where he's too busy to stream, so I'm streaming the days that he can't stream. But the days that he streams, I'm on his stream and we're on Zoom, and you'll see me on Zoom there on the camera. Yeah, I'm taking over Wednesdays, and I'm still doing my breakdowns. Damn, this is clean. If this starts breaking the highs here and starts flipping bullish, that is decelerate. Hmm. I actually should keep a trade taken record, because yesterday on stream I caught 25 pips, or the day before I caught 25 pips on stream, and then I'll do the math of how many pips I closed. 37.5 pips tonight. So 37.5 plus 25, 62.5. It's a little misleading though, because the day after I took a loss. Damn, that 15 flip was clean. But it had already made a high and then came up, which makes me less likely to want to take it. I would play it if it wasn't copywritten, but I keep getting copywritten, dog. And all these songs say no copyright free, bro. Huh. What are you doing, markets? Let's see if the stick man can get the candles to come up higher. So you're saying it's no copyright. Alright, I'm gonna trust you, dog. Let's see. So it's called I Serve the Bass. Ain't no way this song is no copyright. They're about to copyright the shit out of my stream, dog. Ain't no way, bro. You just gave me some fucking great music to play. You snap. How's it sound? Bro, I'm about to show you something. Let's look at all my live streams here. Copyright, 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 copyright. Copyright, 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 copyright. Every single one's been copywritten, and all my playlists say no copyright. Uh-oh, what the hell? That close respecting, brother. That's no good for me. No bueno. Shit. Even though it looks like it might drive. That 15 close respecting. No bottom wick on this 15-minute here. That's not something I'm interested in. Even the momentum might push it. But I'm not interested in nothing here. what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, see, we're starting to pull back a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm done trading for today. I think that I caught it was like 12 on this one. This one was a little bit more. I caught the break of the low here. I caught like 15 on this one. And then I caught like another 15 on this one. Sorry, like 10 on this one. So it was 10, 10, and 15. Or 11, 11, and 15. Because it was 37 in total. 11 here, 15 here, and 11 here. What's it called? I wanted to take an entry on the sell coming down here, but the 5-minute just wasn't good enough. Yeah, this is just choppy. This might just range here. Choppy, choppy, chop, chop, chop. Have you guys taken anything, chat? Nice options. If they're BEs on future, you're fine. If they're BEs on gold, you probably lost some pips. Hey, nice, Richie. Hey. Sells here weren't too bad if you want to be a little scalpy scalper to take a little push down to the bottom of the range. Probably likely go break even here once you hit these. No, that's 15 pips to the nearest break even. That's not bad. Fill the wick here. But I've kind of lost energy to be a scalpy the scalper today. So let's get my weed guy out of here. Get out of here, you degenerate. Yeah, that was a nice flip on the 5 to scalp. This is the exact same entry type that I took up here. That I took here, but inverted. So that entry type on right here was the same thing that I took here, inverted. Bow. I took that here. Bow. Bow. Same thing. I could have taken that entry right now too. So yeah, that's something I would have taken. See you tomorrow, brother. Take it easy. Have a good night. Feel the burn. Spam the W's. Double W's. Oop, not my watch list, dog. Wrong keyboard. Bam, 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 bam. You guys saw the day Wix had today? That was wild. 125 pips on stream, just straight scalping. Everybody on Twitter making fun of him for trading, saying, "Yo, you're trading today. Look at all these live streamers trading today." And this man was just going bang, buy, it hit, buy, it hit, buy, it hit, sell, it hit, sell, it hit, sell, it hit, bang, 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 bang. I was watching, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, chat. I'm gonna take a sell right here. Okay, we're closing partials now. We'll break even now. 30 pip closure full. Boom." And I'm like, "What the fuck, bro? I just tuned in." But see, you noticed how Wix scalped today, right? I learned everything that I know from Wix and from Don. I did the same thing. Bam, the opportunity here. Bam, the opportunity here. Bam, the opportunity here. And then these setups, identical to this, only formed once, which was this 5-minute push down here. Other than that, I haven't seen it form again. See, when we formed these equal highs right here, and then this high right here wicked up above it, and then closed back into range, a sell to continue the range down is not bad. Selling to continue this little mini range down, that's like 40 pips, is not bad. Eight more minutes and I'm a call it. I've been streaming for like, how long I've been streaming? For a couple hours actually. It's one of my longest streams. Wix is such a great example, bro. Every time that I take a loss, I gotta remind myself of Wix, bro, cause like he lost 60 pips in a day. $60,000 he lost. 60,000 in a fucking day. And then the next day he catches 50 pips. So he makes 50,000 back. Everybody's like, "Yo, how are you going to make your money back?" And he's like, "I'm just going to catch my normal trades." And then the next day 125 pips. So that's 125k. So if you do the math, he's up 110k in a week. That's fucking wild. Wild. And that's why you want to see your mentor trade live. Because if your mentor live takes a loss and you see him make it back on live in front of your face, bro, there's really no faking it, bro. How come these pushes are so fucking close to the hourly closure? If these pushes were, for example, this push right here was on the this push right here that we were looking at was on the 30-minute closure, which slept us. This push right, not this one, but then now this push right here is 5 minutes away from the hourly closure, which I'm not trying to take that hourly. No bottom wick. It's about to close in 5 minutes, and it's pushing. We might close with no top wick. If this hourly closes no top wick, no bottom wick, that's bad. If this push was happening in the middle of the hourly, that would give us more indication that we're going to continue through on the hourly, because then that would give us enough time to push through, then pull back, giving us that top wick on the hourly. But the fact that it's doing it now, 5 minutes before the closure, we just respected on this 5 minute. If we do push with the respecting of this candle and no bottom wick on the hourly, I don't think that I would be able to take any positions. Yeah, I said it before stream this morning, before I came here. Like, this was a beautiful trade. The break of the high here was a beautiful trade. But when you look at the 5 minute, you have a resistance here. Your break of the high was right here. So your break even point was really, really early, like 8 pips. I guess it was 8 pips. That's not bad. We're trading the range, so stops would have been like down here. Tell me that's not a clean trade, bro. Bam. the volume candle. The volume candle. I like looking at stuff like that. Because it tells me all you need to do is just wait for patience, bro. Patience, 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 patience. Are we going to start consolidating here? It does look like we might be consolidating. Yo, everybody follow Stoic. Go subscribe to him. He's dope as fuck. Trades very beautifully. I like the way that he trades. Consistent payouts from Apex. He's been able to manage how to figure Apex out. I couldn't get Apex down, so I had to come to the top step. See, I could show you like profits and shit, but what's better? Watching the entry and the exit of the trade, and then you risk your own money and figure it out yourself and make your own money instead of saying, "Oh, my mentor made 200 bucks. My mentor made 700 bucks today." How much did you make? Did you catch any trades? What did you risk? What did you make? That's what's important. Taking your own trades and making your own money is what's important. And if you're learning and you're able to take a nice trade and make some money, it doesn't matter what your mentor made. It matters what you made. Because this 30 pip move, you could have been a degen and opened up a 10 lot. There was no drawdown in that move. You would have seen $3,000 in an instant. Or you could have opened up a 0.1 and saw $30. So it's all perspective. Profit doesn't matter. What matters is the pip count overall, because you need to know how much pips you made versus how much you've lost. That's what actually matters. Because if you're risking the same lot size across the board, then if you're positive on pips, you'll be positive. If you're always changing your lot size, it doesn't matter that you just caught 1,000 pips. You did it on a 0.1, but then you lost 10 pips on the next one, and you risked a 10 lot. So I use a fixed lot size. I like to stick with 2 lots. 40 pip stops. Sometimes a 1 lot. Is this gonna drive, man? This hourly is about to close with no top wick. That's what I was saying. This hourly is about to close with no top wick, and that's gonna cause the end of the stream. If that happens. Two, one, no top wick, and we out of here. All right, gang. I appreciate everybody for showing up. That was my first stream. I caught 3 dubs, 40 pips for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful price action today. I explained everything to the team, my entry, why I looked for everything, the top and the bottom wick concept. That's one of the most key concepts, the top and the bottom wick concept. If you guys get that shit down, bro, and start adding that to your confluences, I'm not trying to teach you my strategy or none of that shit. I'm trying to just teach you how I trade and see if you can add something to the way that you trade, because just that top and bottom wick entry is so key. Look right here, no bottom wick, the next candle forms a bottom wick forward and drives up. That is a key entry. Some of the other guys in the chat are sample sizing this one, where the candle will start with no top wick, with no bottom wick, And because of where it closed, like this one, you'll be able to take buy stops on the flip or on the break of the highs, which is the same concept as this one right here, but it's just in reverse. I haven't taken that kind of trade yet. I'm still trying to perfect this one. But area of interest, double bottom, perfect. It doesn't matter, bro. Just add it to your confluence. You could have had a double bottom here and entered, and used this as your confluence to enter at the double bottom right here. And if you're looking for double bottoms, that would have been a perfect entry. If you're the type of person that likes to hold till TP, that still would have been a perfect entry. Price would have never came back to your entry more than once, and it would have drove all the way up. So I appreciate everybody for showing up. I hope you guys made a little bit of moolah or progressed in some of your evaluations. Patience, followed by discipline, will be followed by profits. Patience, discipline, profit. If you're patient and you stay disciplined to your plan, you will profit. On 2 streams, 62 pips. I'm a scalper, so it'd be like that. And if I do take a loss, usually I'm done for the day and I don't keep trading. So that's one of the things that you will notice. Damn, this is clean. But all right, gang. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. Drop a like. Remember to follow me on some of my social media. I don't even know what they are, but enjoy your night, gang.